Hey, what's up? It's me, Jessica J, and I was just wondering if you've ever sat and thought to yourself, what are some things that men don't understand about female nature? Well, if so, I'm glad you asked, because a lot of people in general don't understand that it takes millions of years for species to evolve, and we humans, we just haven't been around that long, and our bodies still believe that we are in caveman days where, we don't have iPhones and Instagram and such. So our sexual selective process is still very basic at best. And the second you understand female nature at its most basic level, the better you can understand that anything that doesn't go your way when it comes to women is usually just not personal. Therefore, giving you the confidence you need to keep moving forward to get and keep the women you want. So to make sure you never miss out on another opportunity to hear the female version of things and how we see things through our eyes, or another one of my videos, don't forget to hit that subscribe button with the notification bell. So I was watching this show on Netflix about penguins and mating season for these specific penguins in South Africa. And it really dawned on me how similar these penguins are in regards to mating season and we women in regards to meeting you in Pound Town. And the reasons seem to be pretty on par with how we women interact with y'all nowadays. So I'm going to cut right to the chase, things you don't understand about female nature as a whole. The first one is that we need to be very selective when it comes to who we go to Pound Town with whom we go to Pound Town. Okay, so I don't know if you follow me on Instagram. It's at Jessica Hollywood, and on there I documented a little, step-by-step, process of how my sister's labor went. Again, I am in New Jersey because my sister just had a baby. Not sure if you can hear him crying, but that process entailed 30 hours of contractions. And if you don't know what contractions feel like, you could get an idea of it at this video here from Practical Jokers. However, 30 hours of the most intense pain most women will ever feel in their entire lives. 30 fucking hours. I know for me, 30 minutes on the treadmill is painful. So my sister, 30 hours of that, then 4 hours of pushing something the size of a watermelon out her little vagine. And after 4 hours of doing that, she was not able to. So then they had to cut her whole body fucking open to get the baby out. Then she had to stay for a week to recover from having her entire abdomen cut open to get a baby out, an 8-pound baby. And before all that happened, she was completely incapacitated, growing this thing inside her for 9 months. So we women need to be selective by who we let into Pound Town with us, into our vaginas, because our bodies still think that anytime we have sex, we're probably gonna get pregnant. And even so, y'all reproduce new sperm with every bust of the nut. We women, we are born with a finite amount of eggs that we release every month once we start puberty. So it's like we can't just open our legs for everybody and just give out one of those finite eggs to just anybody. So if we seem a little averse to your whistles down the street, just know that we need to be a little more selective to find out who is worthy of that one egg and who is worthy of that possible 9 months of incapacitation and then pushing that thing out. And back in the day, women used to die a lot during childbirth. A lot of you don't even realize that that's the reason we actually sync up our periods when a lot of women are together at the same time, is so that we're all breastfeeding at the same time in case some of us die. Then we can raise your kids and breastfeed them. So yeah, that's why we're a little selective. Which then brings me to number 2, which is we women have an inherent, instinctual, initial aversion to men who show obvious attraction to us. Here's a little reminder for y'all. Arousal in you increases your testosterone, or vice versa. Increasing testosterone creates an increase in arousal. Am I right? However, you know what else comes with an increase in testosterone? Violence. So that's why we women can tend to be a little scared of men when they're showing obvious signs of attraction just by looking at us without getting to know us. Because it's like, okay, he might only want me for my body and he's showing all these obvious signs and he doesn't even know me. What might this man do to get relieved of his arousal, so to speak? I can't even tell you how many of these true crime documentaries or murder mysteries I watch where these men were rejected, so then they just, raped and murdered these women. So if she doesn't, oh my God, at your initial advance, don't get butthurt. That is literally our survival mechanism kicking in, which then brings me to number 3, which is why we shit test. Because we shit test. And the reason we do that is because it is inherently to see how you handle that increase in testosterone at our presence. If you can't handle me saying like, no thanks, I feel like going home, I don't want to go out for more drinks. If you flip out and fucking run a red light, I'll be like, okay, this guy clearly can't handle me saying no. We need to see how you handle that aggression, how you handle things out of your control in order to open our legs and possibly get pregnant by you, because that shit is not something you can control once it's out, to an extent. So yes, female nature in regards to attraction is very much geared and predicated on who we should have a baby with in the grand scheme of things. So yeah, we might shit test you to throw you off your game a little bit, and if you aren't familiar with what a shit test is, it's things women say to make you feel like shit to see how you react when you feel like shit. Some guys don't take it personally and don't feel like shit and roll with it and pass the test, so to speak. Other guys flip the fuck out and punch her in the face. I've seen it happen. And now we're gonna take a little bit of a turn. Number 4 is we women are very much aware of the emotion or chemistry or lack thereof before you are. So I just posted something on my Instagram the other day about, we work so hard to try to prove to other people that we're worthy. Hey, I really like you. I hope you like me too. But at the end of the day, it's about who you really want for yourself. And a lot of times I have to say to my clients, okay, fine, she was the one who rejected you, but let's be real, you probably weren't that into her either. I always talk about this idea of your emotions are contagious. Anything you feel about yourself in that moment, we women are going to feel too. We're going to pick up on it faster than you are. So if we're not meant to be, we're probably going to hightail out of there before you realize that we aren't meant to be. But we'll eventually realize that we're not meant to be. Because in the grand scheme of things, 2 adults having a conversation that would normally be attracted to each other, whether it's men and men, men and women, women and women, all those other genders that I don't, coming together. We know instinctively, okay, let's see if this could go somewhere. Specifically Pound Town. We're just wired for it. Unless you're neighbors or coworkers or friends of friends, usually without those, pre-relationships in the mix, 2 adults, 2 men and women, for the sake of y'all watching this channel, they're assessing whether or not they could go to Pound Town. Our bodies are doing it. It's just natural. That's what happens. And we women are more inclined to know the answer to whether or not we should. We women are more inclined to know the answer before you guys. It's nothing personal. Just remember that always. If she dipped out, she probably did you a favor. And then number 5, I talk about this in so many videos. Men want sex to connect, and women want sex when connected. This is why I talk about this so much in my Speak to Spark Arousal system. Because in order to spark arousal in women at our core, we need to feel connected to you for all the reasons I mentioned earlier. We need to feel safe. We need to feel that, you won't run out on us. We need to feel like you're not going to murder us. We need to feel like you would stick around if you do get us pregnant. So when we feel that emotional connection to you, when we feel a likeness to you, when we feel understood by you, that's the stuff that gets us going. And that's why makeup sex is always so good. Because, oh no, we just had an argument, but now she understands my side. I want to connect with her. Oh my God, I feel so understood after our fight. We came to an agreement. I feel connected to him. So yeah, that is the pinnacle of what it takes to get a woman wanting you, is that connecting piece, which I mentioned so many times already in this video, and something you can super hone in on and make a habit of doing in all your interactions with women from here on out, with using my Speech Spark Arousal system at speechsparkarousal.com. So please bear in mind these 5 things the next time you think that we females are way too crazy for life, or if you just find yourself getting so down on yourself. You really don't have to be getting down on yourself. This is just the name of the game. I hope it helps bring you some peace and solace for yourself. Do not take anything personally from here on out. Thanks for watching as always, and I'll see you guys next time.